Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. Here we go, one more time. And it could be Rotterdam or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome, because Rotterdam is anywhere alone. Anywhere alone. Yes, it, mate. ATP Rotterdam. Here we go. It's going to be a big one, this one. We've got Medvedev. We've got Tsitsipas. We've got Rublev. We've got Zverev. It doesn't get much bigger than ATP Rotterdam. Let me tell you that after Australian Open tennis. And there's going to be a few of these players looking to give their best. And there's somebody, a little Russian guy, looking to try and get his way up to maybe in the world number one spot if he can squeeze his way up there with a few more tournament wins. So what do you reckon, JG?
Well, I wouldn't call him a little Russian boy for number one. He's certainly not
6'5" or 6'6".
He's like a dangly octopus. And the other thing I wanted to pick up on is you calling it Rotterdam. For me, it's not Rotterdam. I call it the Gal Monfils Open. This is his tournament. He loves it here. He obviously he's won two times before. I'm not sure if he's even in the draw. I'll have to have a look. I'm not sure if he is, to be fair.
I don't believe
he's
so,
having a bit of a bad time, to be fair, Paul Guy Monfils. But this is his tournament, mate. He won it last year. He won it the year before.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be winning it this year, that's for sure. But let's see who's going to be the guy holding the trophy at the end. I think it could be maybe a Russian.
Mate, we've got
my prediction.
Stacked card here in Rotterdam. Great to have everybody joining us for this draw preview for this Rotterdam Open. Did we call it Rotterdam Open? We've got all of these people in here right now. It's great to see. We got Almino in there. We got Thomas Rocks in there. We've got Jackie. She's back because Rublev's back in the tournaments. That's what we like to see. So, it's going to be an exciting one, this one. And then we got, Sasha will be that Russian. I
don't know if he counts, but he's one we can't really discount. Obviously, Zverev, I feel like he might have a bit of a point to prove since his last showing at Australian Open.
I think so, mate. I think that there's a lot of players with something to prove in this one, and there's just a lot of players in this tour and in this tournament, and a lot of players to know. And there's somebody, a little British guy, snuck his way in there as well, trying to get his name amongst the big boys again. It's Andy Murray. He's there again. He's up against what a matchup, Robin Haase. And he's playing. Mate,
it's awesome because I was looking at before the podcast. I was looking at their head-to-head, and it's just ridiculous. They've played each other on like the biggest of stages before, dating back 2011, 2012, 2013. We're now in 2021, and they're both facing off against each other again. And in my opinion, a lot of the Andy Murray fans are going to hate me for this. I think it's a very even contest, and I think Haase could cause a bit of an upset, being in Holland as well,
mate. Robin Haase, you got to remember, he's got that power play, and he has got one of the most respect for Andy Murray out of everybody on the tour. Remember when we
spoke to him, he had loads of good things to say about Murray, and obviously some good memories as well. I think he beat him, didn't he, that one time quite famously? But since then, you look the head-to-head between them, Murray's always had the better of him.
Yeah, Murray, like in the Grand Slams and stuff, like he obviously lost to Murray when he was 2 sets to love up against him at the US Open. I believe that was 2011. Fantastic rivalry and admiration for each other there. But he's just one person that he absolutely loves on the tour. He just thinks Andy Murray is one of the most genuine people on the tour. And I think that's just going to be sort of like a battle of the ages, let's say. You're sort of rolling back the years once more. And I love to see those matchups, mate. I just love to see it. This tournament has got me excited. I'm telling you.
It's a stacked draw. It's a stacked draw. I think George said earlier, sorry, I missed his comment. He was like, there's so many top players on show. He's then also said there's going to be some Greek magic happening in Rotterdam next week. I think he's one to watch out for. We've got a comment from Twitch. If you didn't know, guys, we're also on Twitch, so check us out there. We're not very good at setting it up and stuff, so let us know if we can do some improvements on the Twitch side of things, but we're on there for now.
I think the Facebook one, we started a bit late, so it cancelled it, so I fired it onto the Twitch at the last second, so that's a good one. And JB asking you, JG, how you doing? How are you doing during the corona, I'm guessing?
No, I think he saw my corona, maybe.
Oh,
are you doing corona? I'm doing a corona right now.
You're doing a corona. You don't have corona. He's just drinking a corona, which is good to see. Well, where should we start? Should we get into it, mate? I mean, I'm just sort of, it's tantalizing me right now looking at it. I'm looking at this draw and I'm wondering where to start, really. I'm not gonna try and reveal too much. I'm just gonna try and keep it.
What I want to ask you is, have you already done it before this podcast?
No, I haven't on this one.
Okay, so I've not done anything at all. I must admit, I've not even looked at the draw. So this is all new to me completely. It's not that I've not been interested. I've just had a lot of other things going on. And funny enough, I've looked at all the other draws apart from this one. I wanted to keep it as a bit of a mystery and a surprise for this podcast. So
I had a look, but I didn't go through and start picking because I just thought, mate, we got to just do this live on this one. I just want to I had a few beers earlier as well. As you can probably
we can tell from the singing, mate. Exactly. One thing I do want to also add is there's no qualifiers in terms of we're waiting for them to play tomorrow to know who the final qualifiers are. So we've had the first round of qualification today.
We love that.
So it's going to be a bit tricky. Like we'll go through the qualifiers maybe to start with before we bring up the draw. But also, let me just share the link for the draw challenge in the chat. Anyone who wants to join it, it's completely free to do so. Hit the link, use your email, sign up, and you can join the GTL Tennis League. You can compete against me and Ben and everyone else in the GTL community. And if you want to give it the big one as well, join our Discord chat and you can talk to all the fans. We've got a whole bracket division in there. And Ben's, to be fair, he's quite active in that chat. So you can give it to him about some of his dodgy selections.
Well, some of my dodgy selections, even though everybody had dodgy selections in last week, I seem to be top of 2 brackets at the moment. I don't even know how it's happening, but I think everybody's suffered from all of these upsets, but somehow I've suffered less than some of the other people.
You did quite well. I'll be honest. You did quite well. You smashed it.
Mate, I don't know how that's happened, but it has happened, and we are where we are with everything. So I'm just happy to just still be in there with a chance of winning both of them.
So do you want to share your screen just for maybe the flash scores first, and we'll go through who the qualifiers are.
Do you want the qualifiers first? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, we'll start off with just know who the qualifiers is, so I can list them off. I've got them here.
One
second. Share my screen.
Let me just. Well, yeah, mate. If you've got them there, go for it.
Thing is, actually, no, you better do it because you can zoom in and everything. But if you just go to tomorrow,
all right, I'm onto tomorrow. Let me find it. Here we go. Yeah, I found it. Right. Okay, just bear with me 2 ticks. I'm just going to.
We've got table tennis there saying I think there's more chance of Rublev to beat Tsitsipas than Zverev to beat Medvedev.
Right. I've got this. So
I don't know.
This is just looking down. So we got the qualification for the ATP Rotterdam singles there for the men's, and so
just go one more day.
One more day. Today. Yeah? Okay, apologies, mate. So one more.
So
I could have probably just clicked into the tournament, to be honest.
No, there you go. Perfect. So this is what we're going to be having tomorrow morning for us. So you're going to have Fuchsovic, Herbert. That's going to make up one of the qualifications. Giron, Gombos, Sardi, Huang, Nori, Seppi. So there is some big players who could be qualified. And some of them, I think they're dangerous. For me, I reckon Goron will beat Giron. Gombos will beat Giron. I reckon Fuchsovic. That's a tricky one, but you can't go against Martin there. Shardy as well, another one you don't want to be playing, and Nori. I think they're the 4 for me from the qualifiers, so I think you need to really watch out for. And whoever they do play against, we'll just keep that in mind. The 4 qualifiers for me are all very good players.
Very, very, very good players. You don't want to be playing Martin Fuchsovic in that first round because you know how dangerous he is
Or Shardy.
especially-
I think Shardy as well. Watch out for him, mate.
Corey, not Corey. That's the ITV show. Norrie, I'm meaning to say. Norrie's been looking really good as well, but Seppi's not an easy person to get past. I think Norrie beat him, but Gombossy as well, mate. You don't know if he gets past Giron. These are 8 really good players that we've got there to go through. So
that's what I'm saying. So just take that into consideration when you get to a qualifier and you're thinking, I'm not going to put the qualifier through. You're going to have a good player in any of them.
Oh, mate, for sure.
Let's go on to the draw. Mate, I'm going to get mine up now. Hopefully, we've had a few more people join in. And I'm just going to get it up. So we're doing the 2021 Rotterdam. Make your picks now. And we're also going to be doing, after this one, we're going to go on to the WTA and just do one of them ones. I think it's the Lyon one we'll do today.
Yeah,
and then tomorrow we'll do the remaining ones for the men and the women.
That's it, mate. That's it. You got it right. And we got a few people in there. Jagger, I just made my bracket. Andrew there, Fuchsovich is quality to watch. Yeah, he definitely is.
He's dangerous. He's dangerous. It is annoying. We don't know which qualifier he's going to be and where he sort of fits into it. Because for me, I would probably have him causing an upset first round. Well, it depends who against, obviously. But
let's see who the qualifiers are up against, and we might even fancy all of the qualifiers against one of these players. You never know. But as you can see here, there's no buys through to the second round in this one, is there?
No buys, mate. And one thing I do want to say is, based off the last one we did for Cordoba, everyone's calling it the Diego Schwartzman Trophy or Open or whatever it is. Be careful. Because there could be some real big upsets here, and some players who you might not necessarily think are going to be reaching the final could reach it. So I think today, I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to try and I'm going to have that in the back of my mind that there could be some upsets.
Are we going to see, remember when I was saying on one of the other podcasts as well, how due to the lack of match play, that Medvedev's form might have just shifted round the seasons a little bit, because he usually had the January, February slump. Is that going to be moved around a month or two after the Australian Open now, and now he has a slump around now? I don't know. Maybe he's depressed that he lost that match against Djokovic in such humiliating fashion a little bit, because it wasn't really the same Medvedev, was it?
Yeah,
he's got a lot to answer for. If he comes back and wins this tournament, he's going to be right back in there.
Medvedev's got a tough draw. He's got a tough draw. Some of these early players is going to be facing. Well, let's get on to it. So the first one, Medvedev Lajovic, who are you going to go for?
Got to go for the Med. The octopus for me. He's he got to the final of the Australian Open. Come on, let's just give this guy some credit. He's got to go through against Lajovic. Lajovic nowhere near the sort of hardcore player that Medvedev is. Next one, as much as I love Van der Zandschulp, I'm going Borna Coric here.
Yeah, I'm trying with everything I can do to try and put Van der Zandschulp through, but I think the last match I saw him play was a bit disappointing.
Yes.
I forget exactly who it was against, but I think based off that, I'm going to go Borna Coric as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's a wise choice, though, because Borna Coric is more seasoned, and I think that you got to remember Van der Zandschulp, he's still going to have more nerves than some of these bigger players going into these events. I don't think it's something that you can really rule out in these tournaments. And I think
Van der Zandschulp, even still, he's got enough quality and ability to upset Coric here. Honestly, I genuinely believe that. It wouldn't be the biggest shock. It wouldn't be a huge shock. Oh, Van der Zandschulp's beating him. I'll be like, all right.
I think it would be quite a big shock if I'm honest.
So sure. It's not a huge shock. He's that good for me. The guy.
Mate, no. Well, for me, I think it's all dependent on his serve. And I think if Van der Zandschulp's nervous and he doesn't get his serve in, then Borna Coric has the game to really take him apart. And he could, if his serve's not popping, Van der Zandschulp.
In Holland as well, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go against the home people. Don't go against the home people. Remember, Robin Haas is it. So, yeah, but as you were saying, though, Van der Zandschulp, he lost against Barrère, obviously. In
I thought that was disappointing. He could have done better in that one.
Yeah, exactly. And I think even though Borna Coric lost to Mackenzie McDonald at the Australian Open, he is still a little bit a level above. Nick Kyrgios, obviously, and Rusevori in that Melbourne Open. So for me, Coric is just a sensible pick for that one. So moving down, We've got the next one's quite interesting. We've got the All-Australian affair. We've got Alex de Minaur and the mailman who did not deliver against Matthew Ebden in the last tournament. Strange to see that Millman has a negative head-to-head versus Ebden. Were you a bit?
Yeah, I saw
weirded out by
that. That was shocking. Ebden's clearly got his number, which is a bit strange. In this occasion,
Bizarre.
though, I'm not sure what the head-to-head between Alex de Minaur and Millman is, but I'm going Alex de Minaur regardless. I think he's just a level above. Don't take much fault, really. Moving on to the next one, Nishikori versus Felix. Felix had so much disappointment of late. He's all right in the early stages for me.
Yeah.
I think he can get through the first few rounds, maybe. Well, saying that, it's probably de Minaur next, and that's going to be a tricky one.
That's very tricky.
I'm going to have Felix to go through that one.
I think it's wise, mate.
I think he's got a big serve, and I think Nishikori now is getting on. He could struggle with that serve, especially in the hard courts.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is where Thomas Rock struggles with his first round selections in this next pick. Alex Zverev versus Alexander Bublik. The battle of the Alexanders, it seems, here. Bublik versus Zverev. The Bublik upset, Almino is saying right here. For me, not for me. I'm going Zverev.
Yeah, no, same for me as well.
Well, we'll see from Thomas Rock's bracket if he really does pick Bublik.
I think Thomas Rock will even pick Zverev here. But let's see. The reason is I think Bublik, he's in the final, isn't he? So if he wins that tournament, he's most likely going to go out first round anyway. So that's just kind of the way things go.
You know who, says Jagger.
Well, we know who Jagger's got, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. This one's an interesting one, though. Tommy Paul, Lorenzo Sonego. For me, Tommy Paul, I think he's had a little bit more of a break since the last time he's played than Lorenzo Sonego. Lorenzo Sonego didn't look bad, though, in that last tournament. I was actually pretty impressed with him in the last tournament. I know that I think you wrote him off a little bit too soon in that one against. You'd say Corda would beat him, didn't you? I think I went with Sonego. But still, he's got through there, but lost to Goffin. I'm just going to go.
It's a 50-50 match, this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Paul just based upon just amount of time off and just coming back to a full match fitness. I think he'll be there, to be honest.
Yeah, I've got Paul as well, to be honest. So
this is a toughie, mate. This is a horrible one. I didn't know Riley was in there. Riley, the Opelks, mate. He's in.
So Riley Opelka versus, we don't know, but it could be Fuchsovic, maybe a Gombos, a Shardy, a Corey.
Oh, you said
I said Corey now.
Norrie. Oh, no, mate, I've infected you with my Corey. I don't even watch Corey. So
if it was Norrie, what would you say? Norrie Opelka?
Opelka.
Okay.
I think that serving is just brutal. I think I'm going to go Opelka on that. Just safe. It's pretty safe, but I'm going to go with it. This one's
the qualifier. I'm going to go for the qualifier. Whoever that may be, I have faith in them that they can do it. It's a bit of a gamble, to be fair.
Whoa, JG. Here we go. Next one, the all Spanish affair. We've got Alejandro Davidovich Fokina versus Roberto Batista Agut.
Mate, hopefully we don't have to do a live watch along ever for them two. We won't be able to fit them in the title. We'd have to just do ADF versus RBA.
Yeah, there you go, mate. You've already just picked it. There you go. You've done it. So, I know that this is the toughest for you, especially to pick, because I know that you're riding both of these players hard. So, which one are you going to go for? I'll let you take the first pick on this.
For me, I've got loads to say about both players. Obviously, Gut's in the final. He's going to be playing the final, I think, against Goffin in Montpellier. Is it Goffin in that one?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah. I think it's a Gut, him in the final. However, I'm going to go for a Gut. I think he's playing some good tennis right now. Fokina's also playing well, but he's carrying a bit of an injury. I don't know if you've seen it. He had to pull out with a bad injury last week. He's come back from the injury, but since he was limping in his last match. So I think potentially he's not going to be playing at his maximum. We could see an injured Fokina versus a Gut who's full of confidence. So I'm going to go for a Gut.
It's interesting seeing, table tennis saying there, will Batista go to Rotterdam? Well, yeah, it's you got to think that a lot of these tournaments are sort of overlapping in a little bit of a way, aren't they? So you've got to think that both of them might drop out. If one's injured and one's just finishing the tour, that could be two lucky losers facing each other in that tie. So it's just a pick at your own peril, really. I'm going to go Batista Agut just based upon his form and a Fokina's injury, like you're just saying. This one's interesting. We've obviously got Goffin in the final against Batista Agut in Montpellier against Janusz Struff, who had a poor showing, really, in his last tournament.
Terrible.
Really bad. So who's it he went out to? I'm just going to have a quick check. 1 second. It was the Polish guy. It was Gojowicz.
It's a name what you don't want to be able to say, but since going out to him, the guy actually did quite well. And he went on a bit of a run. So I think only Agut managed to knock him out in the end. So in the semi-finals, I believe.
It's like the surprise package, like the Serendolo in the Cordoba, mate. That was a bit of a shocker as well. Like we predicted Francisco, or we were bigging up Francisco. We didn't predict him to go too far, but we were talking about him. We completely ignored Juan Manuel Serendolo,
we was dissing him even. We were saying he's nowhere near as good.
And look where he is now. Anyway, but for me, this is a real tough one because I don't like to.
I might make your decision easy. I'm going Struff.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the same. Damn it! I was going to say I think Goffin might beat Batista Agut, and don't ever go.
He's not. I think Agut's going to beat Goffin as well, but Goffin's going to. I don't know. He's getting much better. He's playing really well, but I think he's going to be a bit fatigued maybe coming into this one. He's not. He's just getting back to his best again. It's going to take him a while.
Okay, well, based upon that, then I'm changing just to go against you. I'm going Goffin. Come on, we're disrespecting these big guys, mate. He's back. He's coming back. He's getting to the finals of tournaments again. Come on, Goffin's getting back into it. So this one's an interesting one. Any of those qualifiers could potentially give Ugo Humbert a really good
Ugo's not been playing great. Griekspoor run him to the edge. I thought Griekspoor was the better player in that one. He just about got through that, and then he went out very comfortably in the next one. Like I think it was 6-3, 6-3 or something. So for me, Humbert's not playing well. I just fancy him to. I don't know. I'm just predicting he's going to get one of the worst one of the worst qualifiers and beat him.
What, Humbert?
Yeah, I'm going for Humbert.
I'm going to go qualifier. Just to go against you a little bit again there. I just got a feeling that if that's Martin Fucsovics, I think that we could see Martin Fucsovics go through, to be honest. The fact that Martin's not there, in the main draw.
It's the Martin effect. Every time we see qualifier now, we're just nervous. It could be Martin. But no, I'm going to go Ugo Humbert for me there. Moving down, this is the big one. We've speaking about both wild cards into the event. Andy Murray, Robin Haase. Let us know in the chat, who do you think is going to win?
Come on,
Andy
guys.
Murray stop the rot? He's obviously lost 2 matches in a row. One final in Biella, I believe, against Marchenko, and then Gerasimov as well. And I watched both of them, and none of them were any good. It was really poor showing from Murray. He was lucky not to get bageled against Gerasimov. He saved that embarrassment. Robin Haase, on the other hand, he's not been great. I think he took a set in the Australian Open. I forget who he played exactly now.
Who was he playing, actually?
Someone quite good, Robin Haase played.
Let me find out for you. 1 secundo or uno segundo. It was Krajinovic.
He took a set off him.
Yes.
So based off that, I'm going to go. It's going to be another disappointing day for Team GB and Andy Murray. I think he's going to lose again. I really do. And it breaks my heart to say it. It really does. I'm just being realistic. He's just not shown me anything to really fill with too much confidence.
Well, I'm going to go just based on the mental side of the game. The fact that the last 4 times these players have played, Andy Murray has got the better of Robin Haase. I'm going to go, come on, Andy. We're going through to the second round and we're knocking out the other wild card, Robin Haase. Come on, it's a favourable draw for you. You haven't picked anyone big. Come on, this is your chance to get through. Try and get into
I think it's close. I think it's very close. I don't know how it's going to play out. If Andy Murray's playing really well, then
I don't fancy his next match, though. God. I'm going, obviously, Andrei Rublev here. I don't care who the qualifier is.
Yeah, and I'm going to put Andrei Rublev for another round as well. So he's instantly through.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Andy. You're gone. You're out, Andy. That's unfortunately, I don't think he's going to have that hip and that knee are not going to.
Wait, listen to this from Mary. She picked Murray to beat Rublev.
Jax, where are you? Quick, get in there. Oh, no, she's there. It's like, Mary. I might change it. Mary,
well, you
that is
never know.
fun.
You never know. Something crazy could happen.
I like to see that, though. I love to see a bold prediction in these bracket leagues. That's what
It's
separates
good. We like to see some bold ones.
the men from the boys, the girls from the women. Come on, this is what separates you. This is what makes champions here on GTL and in the bracket league. This is what really gains you the respect of myself and JG is when you make the bold predictions. Come on,
it doesn't take a lot because usually we're right near the bottom. I am anyway, so you just need to. I think if you just fill it all in, you're probably most chances you're going to be above me.
Well, you've done all right in some, mate. Don't be so hard on yourself, mate. Just because I'm at the dizzy heights during these ridiculous.
No, I've had some mares, mate. I've had some terrible ones, especially on the men's.
Well, mate, it happens. It happens. But we'll be singing your praises soon. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. There
So Stan Wawrinka.
Ooh,
Karen Khachanov.
it's a toughie, that, mate.
50-50 one again. The 8th seed, Stan Wawrinka. He's obviously he's got a good history here. Let me just check. I'm not sure if he won it or if he come. No, he come runner-up. 2019, he was the runner-up here to Gael Monfils.
Okay.
So based off that, I'm going to go for Stan Wawrinka.
Stan the man, the Stanimal. What has he got? Obviously, the last time these two played, Karen Khachanov, he got the better of him, and that was in Canada last time they played in 2019.
Toronto.
Was it? Yeah. I'm going to go with Khachanov to take out Stan the man. I think Stan, if he's a slow starter here, I think Khachanov, he's really trying to get himself back on the map a little bit because he'll be getting a bit forgotten about. People forget
he has
that
big time.
He was in there. He was in around that top 10 for some time. But
it's only because it's a bit peak for him because he's getting a kind of ignored because you've got all these Russian successes. And all of a sudden you've got Aslan Karatsev come through and he's like taking the limelight now off Khachanov completely. So Khachanov is just a complete player who's just kind of ignored.
Mate, he's completely. In that talk for Grand Slams, the fact that he got to a semi-final before Rublev and definitely before Khachanov, it's incredible from Aslan, to be honest. Obviously, only Medvedev ahead of him there with 2 Grand Slam finals. So well done to Medvedev, but Aslan Karatsev, I just want to see what tournament he's playing next. Can't wait. He's prime time now, Aslan, isn't he?
Well, he's going to get in the big tournaments now. He's like 40 in the world. So it's going to be exciting to see what the future holds for him. You've got George there, agrees with you, mate. Going Khachanov to come through.
Hopefully he doesn't forget his roots and the podcasts that really made him who he is today.
Mate, he's forgot about GTL already. He's on to bigger and better things.
Mate, he was too busy in a cafe ordering a coffee with Donskoy. He didn't even care. It was like, oh, God, who are these guys?
No, he was nice. He was a nice guy. He was nice.
No, it was good bants, though. He was top bants. Oh, here we go. There's another guy who's good money.
And this is the one you want to look at if you're playing a qualifier. Bassashvili is the player you want to be playing. And I'm going to go qualifier 4 easily for me. I think a lot of them qualifiers are going to really, I think they're going to really trouble Bassashvili. I know he's had a few better results after his tragic 2020. I don't know how to describe it any better than tragic. There's been a slight improvement, but a qualifier, they've already had to win 2 matches here. They're going to have a bit of momentum going into it, and I fancy them to beat Bassashvili as well.
Might be tragic for his other half as well. You never know. It might not just be tragic for him. But anyway, I'm going for that as well. I think any of those players through the qualifiers are better equipped than him to go further in the tournament. So I'm seeing that as Norrie Bassashvili for some reason in my mind. And I see Norrie beating him.
Yeah, same.
I'll go down a little bit further here. We got Hubert Hurkacz, who didn't really play too well in the last tournament. But neither did Adrian Manarino, to be honest.
Yeah, both really were a bit disappointing in their last tournament. However, Hurkacz has already won a tournament this year, which he looked really good in as well. So It's a tough one. I'm going to go for the Polish guy, Hubert Hurkacz.
I'm going Manarino because he's solid in the beginning of tournaments. I just got a feeling that Hurkacz has still got a lot to learn. I think in the Australian Open he lost was it the first round? I think to Mikhail Ymer in 5. He lost to Davidovich Fokina as well in his last match. Whereas Manarino, he beat Kekmanovic and Denis Novak in straight sets at the Australian Open, which is pretty impressive. I'm still going off that form. He lost to Zverev, but that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just going based upon that. This one, surely it picks itself. Come on. Are you going to go against Tsitsipas?
No, I'm going to go Tsitsipas as well.
Go on, Stefanos.
So let's go all the way to the top and let's go through some of the next rounds.
Yes.
Because I'm aware we've been speaking like half an hour now and we're going to try and do another one as well.
Let's
just go through some of these. So for me, I'm going to go Medvedev to beat Coric. I'm then going to go Alex de Minaur to beat Felix.
I'm actually going to go Felix.
Okay, yeah. And this is one I wanted to talk on maybe because I think it is close. Felix could do it. I just think de Minaur, like, I don't know, when he's on, mate, he's on. He's just so dangerous. He really is so dangerous.
For me, against power players, he still struggles. For me, Felix is that good until he reaches latter stages. Just doesn't have the bottle for it yet. Maybe one day we will see it. I'm not sure when it's going to be, though. But I think Felix has the better of him. I think that he will have the power over de Minaur. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Then I've got Medvedev to beat Felix.
So I picked him up and then he's out. For me, I'm going to have Medvedev to beat de Minaur.
Yeah.
So we've basically got the same player there anyway.
Yeah, we've got the same player. I've got Zverev to beat Tommy Paul. And then this one's a bit of a toughie. Well, I'm actually going to go Opelka to beat whoever it is because I think both of these players are a bit dodgy, to be honest. One's come off a tournament final and one of them's coming off an injury. So,
yeah, I like the look of Zverev's draw, to be fair. I think Zverev's got quite a tasty draw going up through this, and I think he's then going to beat whoever he gets really in that next round. So I have him going all the way through that little section.
I got JG, someone speaking some of your words there, James. JM Surrendolo, #1 ATP moonballer.
Mate, the moonballs have been working for him. He's just been, it's just, I don't know, he's just getting himself through the tournament by doing it. It's a credit to him, but it's not the most exciting tennis to watch. But still, if it works, it works.
It works, mate. It's working it. He's working it. Yeah, for me, Zverev Opelka is only one way it can go. I'm going Zverev. Go down a bit further. This one's a tough one for me. Well, I'm going to go Goffin Rublev. I'm going to go Rublev. I think he's just a bit too powerful.
I feel like everyone's going to be having the same semi-finals here. But the problem is, I don't think it's going to be them 4 semi-finals. But I don't know who to change. So it's just a bit tricky to sort of go against it.
Mary, I love the small big 4 too. Well, their name is the small big 4. I like it. And Almino Moonballer. Yeah, this is when they hit the ball up in then they loop it up high and it just literally goes to the moon and drops down on the baseline every time. This is the Moonballers.
The ITFs as well. Some of the women's tour as well.
Women's
predominantly.
Yeah, there's a lot of women's.
Tamara Korpat, she loves them.
She loves the Moonball. She loves it's mainly clay court as well. Yeah. But anyway, keep an eye out for that. Anyway, let's move down. We've got I've got Khachanov. You've got Wawrinka.
Yeah, so Wawrinka, Tsitsipas at the bottom.
I've got
so tricky. I'm going to go Tsitsipas to go through.
Yeah, I'm going to be.
So wait, tell me your semi-finalists then. So you got what? Tsitsipas, Rublev, and at the top Zverev, Medvedev.
Is it the same as yours?
Yeah, it is. But I'm not sure who's going to fall down because one of them is, and part of me thinks it could be Medvedev. I think maybe it could be de Minaur beating Medvedev or something like that.
No, for me.
I'm telling you now, it's not going to be them 4 as a semi-finalist. But I've got it myself. I'm not so sure. But anyway, I'm going to stick. I've done it now, so stick with it.
What is that? What have you got?
So then I've got Medvedev, Zverev in the top, and I think Medvedev's going to beat him.
Who's it, Alex de Minaur?
No, I'm saying I generally think it's going to be not them four. It could be like a bit of a shock.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I'm not calling any. I'm just going to play it safe.
Oh, God. I thought you were actually doing it.
No. I genuinely think it's something. There could be. I don't think we're going to see them four. Remember this podcast, mate. We're going to go. We're not going to see them four people in the semi-finalists.
No, you're going to live.
It's too easy. Otherwise,
we're just talking about being bold on the predictions, and you've just
I know. I've backed up big time.
Oh, I'm sad to see that, mate. Anyway, yeah, I've got Medvedev.
The same thing. You've got the same.
No, but I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, sure. You said you was going to do that. Now.
Yeah, exactly, mate. That's what I mean. If you're going to go with it, go with it. We'll wait and see what JG predicts on his bracket later on in a day's time.
Yeah, we might wait for the qualifiers.
Rublev Tsitsipas is a very, very interesting prospect. This is a tougher semi for me, even though it is between. Yeah, it's like Mary Sky saying, "Be bold." Come on, JG, be bold. Go for it, JG. Yeah. There you go.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have Alex de Minaur beats Medvedev. I'm then going to have de Minaur, Zverev, and I'll have Zverev go into the final. So I'm going to have a final of Zverev Tsitsipas.
The Mary Sky power has taken effect there over JG. I'd love to see that.
Nah, because it's better to just go for it, because what's the point otherwise?
Well, I think in this one, Rublev over Tsitsipas. I don't want to be mean to Tsitsipas, but I think if Rublev gets on one of those serving 90% first serves, I think it's going to be hard to live with him. And if Tsitsipas' dad's in the crowd, even harder. So I'm going to go with that. I think Tsitsipas drops out there at the semi-final stage.
Okay.
Who are you going with?
Sorry, what part are you on? The bottom bit, I've got Tsitsipas in the final.
Okay.
And then at the top, I've got Zverev in the final. So it's going to have a Tsitsipas Zverev final. And, well, what's your final first? And I'll tell you my winner.
Rublev Medvedev, mate. The all-Russian affair again.
So I think I know who you've got. So you're going to have Medvedev winning it. And I'm going to have Alex Zverev.
Wow. There you go, then.
Yep. There we go. I hate it. I hate my bracket already, but I just know it's going to wind me up. But I've just done it now, and that's it.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go number of minutes. Right. I know we don't
make sure, guys, you hit the update button at the bottom. Otherwise, you lose everything. Yes. We've done that so many times.
Yes, we do. We do that very often. Who have we got in these? We've got the Lyon one, isn't it? Next for the women's. Oh, nice little change over there, JG. God, look at that. He's right on the buttons tonight. I thought you were going to press the octopus button.
And now this one, you're going to see even more crazy upsets, because I'm sick of predicting favourites to go through, and it's always letting me down. So I'm just remember, I'm going to go for some maybe crazier ones on this. So here we go.
Call me crazy.
Let's go to Lyon right now. Let us know, guys, in the comments. Who did you have winning that previous tournament? It'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, come on. Have you got the Medvedev Club Med? Are you all chilling at Club Med, or are you going for the Rublev?
We've got Jackie here going, Rublev has to beat Medi. The man won days.
For me, not yet. For me, he doesn't want to set off him in that main draw in any ATP event.
And George, they're going to Tsitsipas to beat Medi in the final.
Nah, not for me. For me, Medvedev has the most to play for in all of these tournaments. He can still potentially get to a world number one at some point this year if he keeps winning tournaments. He just got to the final of the Australian Open. He just fell down on the mental side. I don't think he's going to fall down on the mental side of these tournaments. I think that he's going to keep on strong. We just have to see if he falls off a little bit. If he does, then I'll start changing my predictions. But at the moment, he made the finals of whatever tournament he's been playing for the last 3 months. So sticking with it.
So quickly, I forgot the name of the tournament. For
Lyon.
These are some of the potential qualifiers. So we've got Haas, Gatto, Moticone. We've got Tomova, Frech, Gasparian, rack him over. Clara Tolson, she's a really good player. She's one who sort of stands out on this list, I must admit. Hesse, Martin Kova, Nato, Golovic, and Leonie Kang. So there's some interesting young players. I think Towson and Kang are the ones that stand out of that whole list. Ones to watch out for. However, saying that, if one of them faces Alexandrova, for me, I think she's okay, and Alexandrova will win that one. So I'm going to start off as I mean to go on. Alexandrova beats the qualifier.
Yeah, I mean, Kang's got a very tough qualifier against Golubic. So not sure how that one's going to fare for her. But somebody who we do really want to get on the podcast, I've spoken to Leonie Kang a couple of times over a message. She is keen to come on, but just when she has a bit more time. So
and just quickly, Ben, just quickly go back to the men's. Something we didn't talk about is Felix. He was the guy who got to the final last year of the last tournament.
Yeah.
So maybe we're giving him a bit of a hard time, having him going out, because he only lost to Monfils in the final.
Yeah.
Could he have another run to the final and then lose? I know people in the chat are saying the same thing. We've got LS Fire saying Felix will get to 10 finals without winning in 2020.
So
which is harsh, but
it's tough to really. It's a stronger field for me, this tournament. I don't.
Yeah, it is. I think it is a lot stronger than last year.
Yeah, I don't see him going as far as last year. Prove me wrong. He could still go as far, but I still don't see him winning it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Nice one. And guys, also, if you want to be filling out these yourself, the link is in the description. So you can just sign up, put your email in. It's completely free, and you can join the GTL Tennis League. If you follow the link in the description, it will direct you straightly there. But let's go on with this. Go on then. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same thing. I think Alexandrova's looked really good recently. So I'll go with her. I'll be sad if that's Leonie Kang who falls by the wayside, but we'll move down. Huh?
No, I'm going to go Gracheva. Next one for me.
Is that who you're going with? You don't like Babos much, do you? You always
not
go
a big
against...
fan. No.
What's wrong with Babos, mate?
You like her too much, mate.
I like the Babs. The Babs.
Well, pick her then.
Mate, I'm going to go with the Babs.
Pick her then.
I'm picking her.
Gracheva's winning.
You don't know. Yeah, but who did you say Gracheva was going to beat in the last match? You said, like, oh, yeah, Gracheva's going to do her over.
Yeah, that's who she lost, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Kasatkina, wasn't it? Yeah.
All
no.
right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and she lost. But anyway, move on to the next one. Kuzmova versus Camila Giorgi. You're Italian. I'm
going Italian. Camila Giorgi for me.
You like a bit of Camila Giorgi, don't you? She's 22 places above her. I'm going to go with you on that one. Kuzmova is on currently a 8-match winning losing streak. Sorry, so that's the main reason for that one. This one's tough though. The next one, not too sure, mate. I'll let you go first on the next one.
Stayer.
Oh, you reckon she's a stayer? Do you?
Yeah. So Stayer, I went against her on the last few, but I'm definitely backing her now. And I'm going to have her to go through against Georgia as well. I think she could have a bit of a run. So Stayer.
Yeah, I like Sir Stayer, man. I was just super disappointed on the main tournament that I picked her to go far on, that she just withdrew in the first round. So I had some unknown Greek person just going all the way to the final.
Was it the match we was watching? We did it was on one of the watch-alongs. We was watching the back end of one of her matches for the Australian Open. Is that right?
Mm.
And she lost that one, I believe, but she was playing quite well. It was really close, and I was quite impressed with what I saw. I think she could have a bit of a run this tournament.
She's very, very good. Like I think it was
good. She's underrated for sure.
I believe that was when she was beating Belinda Bencic in straight sets. That one.
Yep.
And
George sums it up perfectly. Big fan of Sester. When she's on, she can get some big wins. She certainly can. If you don't know who she is, you should watch her. She's a really exciting player to watch. And I think you'll see from where I have her in this whole draw that I'm going to put her going quite far for me.
Yeah, and quite easy on the eye as well. So, anyway, Madlenovic is up next against. You pronounce this one, mate, because I'm terrible.
Buzaranescu.
That's it. You got it, mate, in one. How did you do it? You've been practicing. I'm going to go with Madlenovic just based upon seeding.
Yep, I'm going Mladenovic as well. The next one, Zavadska versus Qualifier 2. I'm not going to give this much thought. I'm going Zavadska.
I'm going Qualifier 2 just for
it could
for the
happen.
sake of it.
I don't know.
It could
Moving
be
down, let's go down to some of these. Stephanie Vogel versus Arena Bara. Neither of them really fill me with too much confidence, but I'll go for Vogel.
We got it Arena Barga or Arena Bara. Sorry,
Arena Bara.
well,
what was the question?
No, I think that's her whole surname is Bala Arena. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But she is actually she's currently on a 6-match winning streak in the UTR, which is Bara Arena, which is
really?
she's actually Alina Bara Marina. Okay, Arena Maria Bara.
I probably look at the head-to-heads. I feel like that's probably what's where I'm falling down on some of these selections of late.
Well, you want to see it?
No. I should probably have a look when I'm doing them.
Mate,
I've been picking a bit blind.
Mate, that's probably better. I'm not going to lie. You'll probably do better than looking at head-to-heads on women's. I don't think it will gain you anything, but based on the head-to-heads, I'm going to go with Arena Maria Bara. I think that's...
I'll stick with Vogel. Better to go against you.
Vogelli.
Harmony Tan versus Badoza. Badoza for me, I actually really like her. Good player.
Oh yeah. I like Badoza as well. She's like, I call her the bulldozer.
Yeah, she's a bit like that as well. Very strong player.
Very. So next one up. Although we got a Wang in. You love a Wang. Go on.
This is the worst Wang, I think. This is the worst of the two Wangs. So I'm going to go Roos.
Smallest Wang.
Yeah, she's the small
I'm going to
Wang.
go Roos against the
Surprised
Wang.
I don't go for the small Wang.
No small Wangs allowed in this draw. She's the smallest of all Wangs, so she doesn't make it through. Here we go. We got Greet Minen against Katarzyna Kawa. Where'd you go with that one?
Menin for me. I think Kawa, let me have a look.
What are you looking
Don't want
at?
to say this wrong. Yeah, no, I think they've played before. I was just going to look at to see if I can find their head-to-head. I'm not as quick as you. Find it now. And who won?
Minen.
Yeah, I'm going to go Minen. Done. I don't know much. I must admit, I don't know too much about these two. So I'm just going to go for Minen. I know Kawa, I feel like I've seen her name quite a bit. I've seen Minen as well, but
I'm going to
Minen
go...
is a better player.
Yeah, I think she's better on the hard courts. I think Kawa more adapted to the clay. So I'm going to go Minen as well. Let's move down. This one I know even less about. I have no idea on Vera Lapko. I'm not going to lie. Apologies if there's any Lapko fans in the chat. But I don't know much about her. Tell us if you do.
No, I don't either. I'm going to go Lapko, though.
I'm going to go Qualifier. Just to piss off those Lapko fans.
Oh, it's really interesting to see Bouchard's back. Wild card. I've just seen her down the bottom of the draw. But let's not go on to that. Let's go through some of these. We've got a few French players now. We've got Dodin versus Garcia. I'm going to go Garcia there, but Dodin's good as well. Really good.
Why?
Just I don't know why. I'm going to go Garcia.
Yeah, last time they played was 4 years ago at the Australian Open, and Garcia won in 3.
It's very close. Dodin's a good player, but I'm just going to go Garcia.
Garcia hasn't won a set in her. I know
more about Garcia. I've watched her a lot more times for sure.
She hasn't won a set in her last 3 matches. I'm going to go Dodin just based upon that. And like Nat saying, I think Dodin causes the upset. She's good on indoor. Yeah, I totally agree. Let's go down. We got 2 more Frenchies.
Yeah, and these are 2 women I do like watching, to be fair. I might actually go for Clara Burrell to cause an upset. She's a really exciting player. I really like watching her. So I'm going to go for her. One for the future for me. I think she's going to cause an upset and beat Cornet.
I totally agree. For some reason, there's something weird going on, but she's on a 4-match winning streak at the moment, whereas Cornet is on a 2-match losing streak, albeit in higher ranked tournaments. But momentum's a big thing in tennis, and confidence is as well, and the mental side of the game. So Burrell to go through for me and JG. We got Sasnovich and the lady you were just speaking about, the Canadian beauty, which is Eugenie Bouchard.
This is a tricky one because whoever wins this one, I feel like are going to have a really good sort of run through the tournament. It's a tricky one to sort of know what's going to happen. I'm just looking here. Both of them have been a bit hot and cold, to be fair. I think Sasnovich played more recent. Seems that Bouchard's had a bit of time off, and their last one was not a good match at all. That was certainly very disappointing.
Yeah.
So it's a really tricky one, but I'm going to go Sasnovich. Unfortunately, I think Bouchard could be going out here.
I'm going Bouchard.
Okay.
Just based on, I don't know. Just they have neither of them in form, really. I just think that there might be an upset there to be had. And here we go. You take your pick on this one. This is JG.
I'll go
4.
number 5.
I'll go 4 if you go 5. There you go.
Hopefully we can see that updated tomorrow. Maybe we can change it, but I think it's going to matter too much.
I'll go Ferro on this one as well.
Yeah, same. I'm going to go Ferro as well. She's better on clay courts, but I think she's the better player.
Yes. So let's go down now into the next round. Alexandrova, you've got Varvara Glacheva.
Yep.
I've got Tamia Babos. Who have you got going through against Alexandrova?
I've got Alexandrova.
I'm going the same.
Yeah.
Alexandrova, for me, she's the stronger player. She's been showing very, very great signs even in the Australian Open, she looked really good in the tournaments before. I think that she's stronger. Right, let's go down. This is the real crunch match. I think you already picked Stayer, didn't you, on this one?
Yeah, so I'm going to have Stayer, and then while you're there, I might as well follow the next one as well. I'm actually going to have her beating Alexandrova. I'm just, like I said, I really do believe in her. I think she's going to go far this tournament. Maybe even winning the whole thing.
Whoa. Chill. take a chill pill there.
Mate, you do your one.
Mate, well, it's difficult. It's difficult to pick because I like Stayer on the hard courts. So I'm going to pick her against Georgie. Alexandrova, she's a different kettle of fish, though, mate, for me. So Stayer, Alexandrova, that's going to be a real back. Alexandrova is the type of player who she can turn up one day and then she'll be a shell of herself the next. It's going to be really difficult to know.
George is backing it. So Stayer could be dangerous. Honestly, I believe it. I feel like she's going to have a good run this tournament. So I'm going to have Stayer to beat Alexandrova. What about you?
Well, look back to the beginning of this year, and Stayer, she was actually on a ridiculous run of form up until she met Anne Lee in the Melbourne Open.
Yeah, how good she is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she won the sort of exhibition tournament before, which was in Dubai, I believe. And there's still part of me that thinks Alexandrova is just a horrible player. She's really tall. She's really rangy. I think she's going to knock out Stayer, if I'm honest. Just she has a good day. It's tough for anybody on the tour.
No worries. So going down Mladenovic qualifier 2.
Who do you have? Do you have the same?
Mladenovic, yeah.
Okay, both go for that. I'm going to go Badoza here. I like Badoza. Another one who's easy on the
eye. You're losing the floor. So here, Roos versus Minin. I'm going to go Roos.
I might go Minin, actually, mate.
And then right at the bottom. Is this the right at the bottom? No, we've still got loads, Jeff. I've done it all. Because I've been, while you was doing it, I've been filling it in, so I don't know where you're at. So, right, where you're at now?
I'm going to have Ferro Burrell.
And then out of these two?
Ferro.
So I've got Ferro Sasnovich here. And I'm going to go Sasnovich.
Ooh,
so I've got Sasnovich for me reaching the...
I got a feeling mine's I got a feeling that these two, as a real, there's a big shout. I'm going to destroy a lot of my bracket here from
Mate,
either
do
of the.
get my 2 semi-finalists, and then you're not going to be able to say anything. So don't worry.
I'm going to go Dodin.
So
And
just
then
do this.
gonna-
You've got your semi-finalists.
I'm going to go Badoza to beat Madlenovic. And I've got that's it. So I've got Alexandrova.
So your semi-finalists are what? So Alexandrova, Badoza in the
Yes.
top, and at the bottom you've got.
Dodin Ferro.
Oh, it's a pretty strong one. If you look at mine, so at the top, I have Sir Stayer, Mladenovic,
Yeah.
and at the bottom I've got Rus Sasnovic. So like I said, I'm going for crazy outsiders. I've seen enough the last few weeks, and I'm bored of picking the favourites and then all letting me down. So I might change next week, but for this week, this is how I'm playing it.
Table tennis, I've got Milan in the final. I hope it happens, mate, because I've got going quite far, mate.
So the big one, Ben. Who's going to win this whole thing? For me, I'm going to have Sir Stayer winning the top side.
I haven't even done my semis yet. Come on,
We just did the semis.
I'm having Ferro going through against the Dodes. The
Yeah.
Dodo. The
Like I
Dodo.
said, I've done the semis. Who's your 2 finalists? That's the big thing. So you got Ferro at the bottom and
Alexandrova.
So you played a bit more safe. What's that? Number 1 and 2 seeds. Can't get any more safe.
I don't think it's that safe going through. I felt like it was really dodgy, mate, to be fair.
Okay, so then who you going to have to win? It must be Alexandrova, right?
I don't know. No, because I think it's too obvious. I'm going to go Ferro.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it's too obvious. Alexandrova could turn up for a whole tournament and then just get bageled twice in the final for me. So
I've got Sasnovic versus Sir Stayer as my final. And Sir Stayer is going to go all the way and win the tournament. So she's my winner.
wow.
So it's pretty mental.
Same
But
number of aces served in the final. I'm going to
the
go 5.
good thing is, if Sir Stayer is to win, I should be surely up there on the overall leaderboard. I don't think many people are going to have my combination.
I hope not. Well, that was an interesting one anyway. It's always interesting to pick the women's, these ones with no real top players in. It's a bit of a free-for-all, to be honest. We just literally, it's just like going, it's like pin the tail on the donkey.
Sometimes you get better off doing that, the more you're actually thinking about it and looking at all the head-to-heads, and you never know what.
Which one next? And
then let's first, and if she wins, you could win quite big on the betting front. Yeah, if I was to be brave enough. I'm not sure if I'm that brave to put my money on it. But I'll put my pride on the line, but not my money.
Yeah, mate. Well, whilst we are here, I think we've done those draws anyway, as we know.
Have you hit save? Yeah, I've hit save.
Yeah, we've hit save. We've been through those ones. I know I want to just turn back to just obviously we did last year. What am I talking about? Last week's draw preview, and we were talking about the other tournaments. We obviously did the draw preview. We haven't spoke about any of the matches or any of the results, but I think we should just touch on maybe the Cordoba Open, just briefly. I mean, I don't have the actual background, but I've got like it says draw preview, but we've sort of covered it up a little bit. There you go. We can have that there while we just discuss a little bit of it. I can try and bring up some of the results because there were some pretty shocking ones, if I'm honest. I was.
And I think that's a lot of the time. That's why I've gone for today. I've looked at Cordoba and I've looked at the way it's gone. And to be honest, it's a bit of a free-for-all. So if you have a good player, you think they could have a bit of a run, just go for it. Follow your gut. People might call you crazy. If it ends up that Sir Stayer wins the tournament, I will look like a genius. So let's just play. I'm going to play it like that because Cordoba, who would have had Vinolas reaching the final?
Well, exactly. Well, I think I'm a little bit behind here. Am I one day behind again then? Or is this that just the lead up to the semis? Are the semis being played? Have they already been gone? Sorry, apologies. I'm just like literally one day behind, I think.
No, I think you're good.
Oh, here we go. No, they're just literally just
So it's
kicking off.
happening right now. Yeah. So you've got Cerundolo versus Correa right now.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we've got to give a shout out to this guy because we were talking to John Silk and we were saying, Francisco Cerundolo, this is the guy. Watch out for this guy. And he went out in the first round, and then his brother has just gone from strength to strength, and he's literally torn the draw apart with beating Seyboth Wild, beating Kekmanovic, Thiago Montero,
Really
and now
good, yeah.
he's up against Federico Correa.
And based on who he's beaten, you'd fancy Cerundolo to go one more and beat Correa, but I don't know. I can't see it happening.
A break
even
point
now.
already.
Yeah, and there we go. He's got a break point. So he's playing some of the best tennis he ever has, to be fair.
That
So
moon
credit
ball.
to him. And it's working, the moon ball. So the other semi-finalists, I don't know if you've got that up, you've got Bagnis versus Vinola. So all four of them, you would never expect any of them to have reached there. Maybe Correa at a push. So yeah, there's certainly some shocks. Diego Schwartzman didn't even make the semis, which is shocking. He lost his own tournament.
Bagnis, mate. Mate, you know, he's making me fuming, mate. Bagnis, I had Del Bonis to beat Bagnis for about £300 the other day, and Bagnis beats Del Bonis, obviously. So I'm a bit angry at more Del Bonis, to be honest, but that rhymes as well, which is interesting. Yeah, so Bagnis, I'm never going to go against again. So yeah, fair play to Bagnis. I think that Bagnis could actually beat Ramos, if I'm honest. Even though Ramos beat Schwartzman.
Give me your predictions then. I'm going to go Correa in the final versus Ramos. I think I'm going to go
I'm
Correa,
going the
Ramos.
opposite. I'm going Cerundolo Bagnis.
Yeah, it just shows how hard it is to call. I don't think anyone really knows what's going to happen. Just credit to that Cerundolo for shocking a lot of people and outdoing his brother, who's been on crazy form. And yeah, it's been a good tournament, to be fair, to see some upsets. It's a bit disappointing Schwartzman. I saw his unforced error count, and it was through the roof. I couldn't believe how many unforced errors he was making. So could we see more of that on some of the other tournaments we've just covered today? I guess we'll have to find out.
Mate, how funny is it, though, when we go to the Montpellier draw, and everybody went through the whole draw, and everybody was like, "Yeah, Sinner, oh, Humbert, oh, the next gen." And then look who's in the final: Batista Agut and David Goffin. The old school, the top people.
Is number one and number two seed, I believe.
Exactly, mate. So at the end of the day, it's business as usual on the ATP Tour. So I think we should leave it there.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with that. Just a big thank you to everyone who joined us for this one. We'll be doing the same again tomorrow for some more events. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. It really does help us out. Go check out some of our other debates and podcasts we did the other day on like talking about who's going to have the most slams. It was a bit of a heated one. It was quite good though, so hopefully you can enjoy that.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing left to say. Join the Discord group, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Indeed, guys. Take it easy.